If you want to give yourself a miserable life, a rather forgettable life, always play yourself small. Always count yourself out. Never give yourself the chance or the satisfaction of dreaming. Let the world consume you. Once again, if you want to have a rather forgettable life, if you want to be miserable, if you want to hate yourself, if you want to resent yourself, if you want to resent others because you didn't show the necessary courage to overcome the daily obstacles. And I know that it is hard, but what is worse is looking back at your life when it's all said and done, or looking back at your life at a point like now and just feeling very regretful that you didn't take more chances. The good news is you have now. All right? And so, what is the remedy? The remedy: spend more time alone getting to know yourself. Spend more time in your studies. Spend more time learning something new. Something that will push your narrative forward. And the impetus of this video was playing yourself small. I think that's the most important part. So do the opposite of playing yourself small. Build yourself up. You are going to have to rely on yourself more than you're going to have to rely on anybody else. You can only count on yourself when it's all said and done. You can count on yourself more than you can count on anybody else. And if that is not true, make it true. This is your journey. This is your legacy. You are the hero of your story. And this should be motivational in a way. This should be something that you can take with you. Oftentimes we find ourselves like, have you ever been like feeling very good, very optimistic, and then you just question why, and then it just all goes away? I don't want that to be the case for you, because this is truly something that you can take with you, to be inspired by the hero's journey, to be inspired by the fact that you can embark on a journey, that you can turn your whole life around, that tomorrow can look way different from today based on the actions, the choices that you make today being different from yesterday. Just because you decided that you didn't want to be miserable. And also, if you are to be miserable, it won't be because you didn't take those chances. There's a misery that I can deal with and a misery that I cannot deal with. The misery that eats at me the most is when I'm not doing what I know I should be doing, when I'm not taking those chances, when I'm not reaching out a little further, when I'm not falling forward. That misery is something that is unacceptable to me. But being miserable from trying, that is different, because I still keep my ambition. I may have to recoup. I may have to rest. I may have to cry. But I've shown myself that I'm able to line up and fight. Fight the good fight. Because there's so many people fighting battles we know nothing about. There are people fighting battles that I don't want to have anything to do with. And all I have to do is show up and work with what I have. All you have to do is show up, work with what you have, apply your resources, gain knowledge, cut out the distractions. Be willing to cut out the distractions for as long as it takes, because life is going by fast. It's going by faster. Put first things first, and then you can party. All right? Assuming you want to give yourself a life that you'd be happy to have, something that you can share with other people. A lot of you, see, loneliness. There's two different loneliness. There's two different types of loneliness. One that I can accept and one that I just cannot. One is the loneliness from not building a life that I could actually share with somebody, a life that someone would find to be rather appetizing. And you can't blame nobody for not wanting to be a part of a shitty lifestyle. And then there's the loneliness that I think I'm experiencing now, or, you know, from time to time, from being on my journey, being on my purpose, trying to correct things that I didn't correct when I had the chance to. There's a difference. All right? So you have to make choices. You will find yourself at many forks in the road. And it is up to you to decide which sacrifice you're willing to make. Or what they say, or which shit sandwich you would like to eat. You may have to eat shit. One will lead to a better outcome, and you decide. And it all comes down to you. You are the hero. Whether if you take my advice or not, I will be applying this to my own life, man, because it all comes back to you. Remain ambitious. Keep showing up.